What's up, everybody? It's your Captain Blackbeard Slim, and I'm here with the lovely first mate, Base Motel 6.
Hi, everyone.
And we are here for High Score Haven podcast episode number 6. We're going to be doing a MAGFest recap. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just thinking awesome. Yes, because I like MAGFest.
All right. Winter Soul, what's up, big dog? Good to see you on here as well. Shout out to Winter Soul, man. Follow his channel as well. He just did a Mario Kart community night.
Oh.
And that was fun. and Bates got some clips. But anyway, High Score Haven number 5. And shout out to Bates for being the first in-studio guest of the High Score Haven.
I'm excited. Yay.
You good. Hey, I mean, this podcast of things do to both of us, so we're trying here, man.
Getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. By the time episode 21 comes around, we're going to be season pros. But speaking of episodes, if you like what you see, if you want to see more High Score Haven, prove it. Prove it in the comments. Sub to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitch. I'm Blackbeard Slim. She's Bates _ Motel 6, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so pretty much the episode is going to be stories from MAGFest. And for anyone who's unfamiliar with what MAGFest is, it's the music and gaming festival in Washington, D.C. or National Harbor, Maryland. It's the same city. Don't come for me in the comments, Jess. Anyway.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, what happened was I put...
Hi, Jess.
Yeah, hey, Jess. Yeah, shout out to Quiet Coco Foodie on Instagram. Follow her page as well. But okay, shout out to Tepid Moto. Thank you very much for spamming chat. Anyway, yeah, gotta stay on focus.
That's how you're doing good.
Exactly.
They're gonna promote you.
Yeah, that's how.
All right.
So anyway, recapping MAGFest, music and gaming festival, huge celebration of gaming, all kind of cool stuff, and we're gonna be pretty much just sharing vignettes and stories. So it was my second time there, and it was Bates' first time there. So we're still kind of MAGFest newbies, so to speak. So
my second only con ever.
Oh, that is right. Second only con ever, and I think it's maybe my 5th or 6th. But I've been going to conventions and stuff since high school. Maybe not anime conventions, but like conferences.
Right.
Like conferences for network marketing and DECA and video game tournaments. So I kind of know how to navigate around.
You're very well versed in navigating and what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Period. Because I mean, you do. That's another thing, though. As you are as a person. Period.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very well put together.
All right. So anyway, let's go ahead. I'm trying to think how do we start this. So, let's go before. So, as far as MAGFest, I remember that was one of the first things I talked to you about we kind of got reconnected.
Right. That was about August 12th.
All right. So yeah. So based on what I told you, what were you expecting out of MAGFest?
I was expecting a couple of F's. Food, fun, and can't say the other one. But
friendship?
Yes, there you go. Yes.
Friendship.
Food, fun, and friendship. And I got plenty of food, fun, and friendship.
And the fourth thing that we can't say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought that's what friendship was. Anywho, we ain't all friends like that. But anywho, what I was most excited about was your excitement for it and how much you had talked it up. And since you had continuously talked about it since August, and it was January when we went, I was like, yes, let's go, let's do this. And I'm just like, all right, I don't know what to do. I wanted to dress, I wanted to cosplay, and then that shit fell through because I don't know how in the world from November, no, it was Halloween, and then the next thing I know, it was New Year's. So
time did go pretty fast.
It really did, and we were doing a lot. We did a lot of cooking. That's what it was. So
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, we wasted all our money on food.
That's what it was. I was really excited about the ramen and the beer meetup. And I love Courtney. God, she's awesome. So that's what I was anticipating. The whole convention thing, like, I can ooh and ah about anything. Like, I'm definitely, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, that's a pretty light. Ooh, that's a nice star. So I'm very easily dissuaded and distracted. So I can get into anything. But what I really wanted was to see you excited and to, witness what you were doing and wanted to know that and be a part of it. And that's why I let you know too on like the first night. I was like, we don't have to be smashed together. This is a thing for us to experience and let's go do that. And I support you in whatever you want to do, and we can figure out how to meet up and whatever.
Right. And that was a good thing about it too. Like she said, we weren't all like, attached to the hip. Yes, we did things together. We enjoyed ourselves together, but also it was kind of good to have the freedom to just kind of, give each other the freedom to roam and enjoy MAGFest our own way. Because a lot of times I've seen couples at cons and stuff like that. They'll be
dragging
they'll be dragging each other around, and then next thing you know, you run into random arguments and stuff, and nobody ain't got time for that.
No, we barely had time for anything, even to sleep. Like, I slept a lot because I kept dosing on the turkey chili. But I was also, that was one of the things I look forward to, was sleeping and enjoying it, because, I don't sleep very well. Mm-hmm. I like to go and experience new things. The drive up there was great. Just spending time with you, excited about what you were doing, and knowing that we were doing it together and you were excited to have me there. That was the most important part of it.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that, Bates. And what's also cool, too, is, like I said, that road trip going up there, we kind of got to see how we acted in close quarters. And we've been to a couple of road trips before. We had gone to, like, Tournament of Thrones and stuff together. But that, like, 2 hours back and forth, it's still a road trip.
It was.
But I knew, like, after 6 hours, I was like, we're either going to be closer or we're going to hate each other. Simple as that. Either way, we were going to kind of figure out some stuff about each other.
Closer?
Nah, you good. But no, I think we got to see each other, not really under stress, but kind of under pressure, because I was really focused on trying to get up there and, making sure we had enough time to do things, because as far as time, man, that con went by like that. It was 4 days. It was from Thursday to Sunday, but it just felt like we were just
like blinked.
Yeah, it's just blinking. All of a sudden, we went to MAGFest. Like, if I didn't take pictures, y'all, I didn't even think we would have went.
And that's something I didn't do. I didn't take enough pictures, because you do that more often than I do.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's all good. We got pictures that matter. We got a picture with like merch and all that stuff, and
yes,
yeah, it was so cool to have myself, Kenlo, and Bates all wearing high score.
Shout out to Kenlo. Hi.
Yeah, Kenlo's watching. Shout out to you, big dog. He's probably being family man right now, which respect to that. Yeah, kind of wish he could have stayed longer, but we'll fix that next year. But anyway, man, so let's get into some specifics about MAGFest, because one thing about MAGFest I'm gonna tell y'all right now is that there is a lot to do. You will not do everything there. You won't. Sorry. Yeah, like, because they have like the little guidebook app, and stuff runs into each other. There's tournaments, there's panels, there's concerts. I don't even think I went to a concert this year.
We didn't.
Nah.
We talked about it. I walked through one.
Okay.
Accidentally.
Okay.
Because you had told me about it. And
yeah. Now, what they did have was like jam pods. We passed quite a few of those.
They were awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, I dare say I like the jam pods more than I like the concert. The jam pods are basically like little spaces where like artists could come like set up their guitars or their turntables or whatever.
Or just dancing.
Or just dancing, and they can do their thing. And I think the rule was you had 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, 30 minutes to do
Next year, bro.
Yeah, exactly. One of us got to pick up a guitar.
I can't pick up the guitar, but I can definitely do a jam box.
You talking about the little joint with the little lights on it? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can do that.
Hey, hold her to it.
Hey, I'm going to have to use some of your bits from YouTube and Twitch, because you are definitely going to be some of the sound inspiration. I love your sounds.
Oh, thank you.
You said
you never know. Maybe we get popular enough to host a panel, do a live episode of High Score Haven as a panel.
Maybe not next year, but the year after.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of panels, let's.
Ooh, I gotta go get my thing.
Okay. Yeah. So the first story. Okay. So glad to hear you guys had fun at MAGFest. So Bates is going to get something right quick. Oh, I know what she's going to get, and it pertains to the first story. But so
that was really awesome. That was your goal.
Right. Yeah. So. I'm glad Bates mentioned that. So she mentioned that my goal, because I went to a concert last year and I basically just spent time in the arcade with my friends the first time. So I said this year I'm going to go to a panel, because there were so many of them and a lot of them looked interesting, and I just didn't get to one.
I just realized they didn't put no ads or nothing.
My musician Omega Sparks was there. Shout out to Omega Sparks. Oh, sweet. Okay. Yeah, there was quite a few bits and pieces from like Charlotte, North Carolina represented there.
There was.
Crab Volleyball, the arcade game, was there. So I didn't get a chance to play it, but I know some people from North Carolina area made that game, so shout out to them.
Mm-hmm. Why am I whispering?
It's actually at a bar right now. Crab Volleyball.
Bless it, sir. Well, Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday we'll check it out. So we went to one panel where, because Bass is starting to stream. I've been streaming for a little bit, and they had an interesting panel on
music, being able to stream music legally.
Thank you. This is why I have her here. She completes the sentences, man.
That's exactly what it's here. Yep.
Yeah. So being able to license music legally, and I wound up catching some stuff that I didn't know already. So one thing that I got from it, how like a lot of times you'll go on YouTube and they'll say like fair use whenever they use like a clip or something. Apparently, that doesn't mean shit.
And it actually isn't even the right legality for it. The term is not for that. So they do it so they can say plausible deniability. But if somebody wants to sue you, they're going to sue you. And it only works in court anyhow. But the people that were on the panel, I decided, oh my God, that was one of the most embarrassing yet funniest things that I did. One of the guys who was just hilarious in his own right, but he was, what was he? He was like a toddler, but he was
kind of like the scraggly looking one.
Yeah, and he
was cool though. He was cool.
Yeah, but he was pandering for the cheap, dirty laughs, and he got me on. So you guys know what a pro is.
Yes.
And I busted out I chortled, snorted, laughed. I was loud, and that's what he was looking for. But then when he looked and saw it was a female, he was like, "What would you be laughing about a pro for, a professional?" And I was just like, "Dude, we're at a convention, for music and gaming. Everybody knows what a pro is."
Where it's mostly adults.
Right, exactly. And if you don't know, you do know. But I was like, you know what I'm going to do, because I don't have enough followers and I'm going to just shoot my shot. I was like, I'm going to go up there and can I get you guys, because they referred to their names and what they are as they streamers, because there were streamers and there was musicians and there was lawyers and there was a company, somebody who keeps running companies. He's done at least 5.
I think the owner or former owner of Pretzel.
Right.
Which any of the streamers in the house, what Pretzel is.
But he was something before Pretzel.
Okay.
And so he's still whatever it is, his little fingers are in a bunch of different honeypots.
Right. And dude, I know the name is down there, but I forgot which one.
Yeah. So, well then this is how it goes. So the lawyer was my lawyer friend.
Okay.
None of them added me because I was like, hey, can I get your, stuff so I can follow you? And then I was like, will you follow me back? And they all kind of just did that look. And I was like, well, it doesn't hurt to ask.
She shot her shot.
I did. And I bet they were looking for me. I promise you. And that's why I still haven't followed them yet. Not to mention that they didn't give me any ads.
To be fair, I don't think neither one of us streamed since we've been back.
We have not.
Yeah, because
I planned on it, but we got
the setup, and then plus I went on a hiatus too because I was just stressed out between getting to MAGFest and just some other work stuff that was going on. So I was like,
he was really stressed to go on vacation and was stressed on vacation to be on vacation, and it was not at all stressful for me because I was like, hold on, friend, I thought we were supposed to be enjoying a vacation. So.
Yeah, she had to remind me that a couple of times, but once I got there and got my mind cleared, for lack of a better phrase, I was pretty much good. I kind of got my mind centered.
You were Frosted Flakes, sir. You were great.
That's right. So speaking of the hotel, let's talk about being in the host hotel, which is another pro tip that I actually talked about as far back as maybe August or September when MAGFest tickets first went on sale. That was one of my pro tips. Get in the host hotel.
Yes. Oh my God. There is definitely a reason for getting the host hotel. First of all, there's amazing hotels all within the walking vicinity. They are great hotels. And that'll be another thing to talk about on my stream probably after 11 o'clock because the things that I had to say about those hotels. But it's right on the waterfront. But the Gaylord, absolutely phenomenal, beautiful. The presentation, the staff, the amenities that you are available to, or that are readily available to you, the directions and everything. It is open concept, but the atrium, the views that you have, there's expansion of everything that you want to see without having to be weather permitted because I touched every plant that I came into contact that I could see. I'm weird about that thing, especially with orchids, but I will touch every plant and be like, is it real? Yes. Every plant in there was real because it is the atrium. They have it set for those plants to be able to grow. So it's beautiful. The temperature's great and it's all open glass area. So the day and the night seep in all the way.
Yeah. So one thing I liked about being in the Gaylord and the atrium in particular is that you can be a part of the action without having to be in the crowd, if that makes sense. So because again, music and gaming festival, a lot of times in the lobby, there was a section where people like had music going and that stuff too. So you could, if you were in an atrium room, all you had to do was open your balcony and like go out in the balcony or just open
it.
Yeah, just open the door. You could hear.
And there were so many people that knew what was going on, like who was conducting.
Right.
And the fact that a lot of the music people did not like accredit themselves when they did it, when it was just like the instrumentals and stuff like that. They didn't even say who they were or anything.
Right.
But people knew, and they were shouting it from the elevators and everything. And I was like,
"You're like Triforce Quartet." Oh
yeah, exactly. I was like, "That is so cool." You know, like nerd it up, bro. Because me too.
Right. Because you gotta figure like MAGFest. It's been going on for 20 years, so a lot of people have.
And this was the 20th, wasn't it?
Yep, 20th one. So the only one they missed was 2021, obviously because of the thing. Y'all know the thing. But yeah,
no, Rona.
Yeah, the Rona. The vid.
The thing. You got it.
Vid. Anyway, so another thing I liked about being the Gaylord too is that you didn't have to like go like let's just say I wanted to play an arcade, whatever. All I had to do was put on some suitable clothes. Go down to the bottom of the hotel where the arcade was, instead of having like to walk across the street and all this mess.
Or find
parking.
You didn't even move your car the entire time we were there.
Nope. My car did not move. Like from the time we got there Thursday, from the time we left, my car did not move.
Right.
And what's great about it is like the Gaylord is right on the National Harbor in DC. So there's restaurants and all this stuff. So like Bates said, you should not have to move your car unless there's somewhere specific you want to go.
And then
like the Smithsonian or something.
Oh, don't you dare. Get an Uber, though. When you park, because it's over. Unless you really got to go somewhere else, get an Uber, because it was amazing.
And one other thing, too, like, I'll put it this way. If you're averse to driving, flying or taking a train is an option, too. But, I'll put it this way. If you're going with someone else, drive. It's a fun road trip, especially if you're coming from, like, anywhere in North Carolina.
If you like the person you're going with.
Well, I mean, if you like the person you're going with, yeah. But yeah, now if you're going by yourself, take an alternate form of transportation. Because I flew in my first year, and things went a lot smoother because of it. But anyway, what else? So let's see. I got a list here of all the stuff I want to talk about. See, organization. Shout out to organization and noises and stuff. And that's why the first mate is the first mate, because she grabbed that up before it ruined the podcast. Anyway.
Not the podcast.
No, not the podcast. Anyway, so let's talk about the cosplayers. Some of the cosplays there.
What did you see? I want to know, did you notice anything?
I noticed a lot of One Piece characters because, again, your captain is a big One Piece fan.
Did you see the group of them?
Oh, I didn't see a group of One Piece.
Okay, so there was 3 people, but they were a group and they had like this whole...
Okay.
Like a board or whatever.
Oh,
so it was only 3 of them, but they had like the open faces for them to be in.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and I think I saw them out later on where you could like throw stuff at them.
Oh, okay. I see. That's what I'm saying. MAGFest has something about everything.
And then there was another person that was, I don't think it was One Piece, but I'm not sure what it was. But you know how the people like, they have the movable things where it's like they're one person, but then they have like the other puppets or marionettes. So
I know what you're talking about.
People, yeah.
Okay.
It was like that, but I don't think it was a One Piece. But it was cool because I was just like, wow, that's innovative. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I like mechanics and things like that. I can put things together, but when I saw the One Piece, it was what I noticed was the straw hat. Mm-hmm. And nobody was up there.
Shout out to Luffy.
They didn't, Luffy, okay. But they didn't have an open hole.
I got
it
what you're saying.
Luffy, yeah, so it was just him. But everybody else could, like, the people that were walking with it.
So kind of like in old carnivals and stuff, you throw like pies and stuff,
like
or water balloons or something.
What they had was just like sponges.
Oh, okay, yeah, because obviously water balloons, those things hurt when you throw them hard enough.
Yeah, these sponges, and
especially to the face.
They weren't really wet, but they weren't like not hacky sacks, but beanbags. They weren't like beanbags, but they were like sponges because when they hit, they just bounced off, and they weren't wet, but like you could tell that they hit them. And it was cool because, you know, do you remember the wolf people or the people that were dogs or whatever it was? They were just like covered. They were the ones that I saw most throwing shit at them because I was like,
oh, the furries.
Yeah. They were covered.
I was like, wolf people.
I saw them without their hoods or their whole wolf head or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went out to smoke and they saw me and I saw them. And then we kind of just like, I said, I didn't see you. And I turned around because they were in a conversation on a bench. And I was like, that was like the 3rd day, so it was like Saturday. I saw that.
It's kind of like going to an amusement park and you see the people with their heads off.
That's exactly what it was like.
It's like, oh my god, like a little kid.
You're real. Put your hood back on. I mean, your helmet. Put your face.
Put your face back on. Oh man. But yeah.
April, I got a picture of her, and she had a microphone. She's like, I even got my, and she pulled her microphone out. That was
what?
It made me the most ecstatic in my life, because let me tell you this little quick story.
Go for it.
My mother's birthday is in April. It's April 6th. That is the only reason that I remember her birthday is because of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because of the reporter April. I don't know why or how it did it, but that's what it is. Anytime that I can correlate anything, the reason why I know my mother's birthday is in April is because of that. And when I saw that yellow suit, I was like, is that April? I didn't mean to. And then she turned around, and then when she took her mask down for me to take a picture and she showed me her microphone, I was like, thank you.
Yeah, it's funny how you can just like nerd out over like little stuff like that, man. That's why I love, like, it took everything into me not to like, because I'm a bigger dude than, you know, Bates is a person, because I can't just run up on the One Piece cosplayers like, yo man, One Piece is my favorite anime. They were like,
you should be able to.
Yeah, in theory, but you know, respect people's personal boundaries and stuff. Because the captain wore merch all weekend, so that was something cool too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bates wore merch all weekend too. It's like I got a couple of compliments on my shirt. You know, I should have done better about having like business cards and stuff. But again,
we learn
exactly. It was a teaching moment.
Well,
yeah. Well, me and Bates say that has a different meaning entirely. But
yes.
Anyway, so let's talk about the games. We talked about the experience, but let's talk about some of the games there too. So MAGFest, the way they do their gaming is kind of set up in 3 different places. They have a room for consoles, you know, from Atari all the way up to
Which
PS5.
Is wicked. You should, if nothing else, at least go watch the people play, because it will astound you. First of all, the nostalgia. Second of all, oh my God, they still play that. And then the people who are way ass talented that can do what they're doing with that, and the TVs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the different kinds of TVs, like the CRTs and everything like that. And also, there was this is kind of a fourth room too. It wasn't where the main games are, but apparently I ran across a classic computer museum, which I'm gonna post. I think I posted a little bit of that in on my recap on Instagram, where it was basically like all the old computers that played games.
I wanted to go to but you know what? I was terrible at those games too. I just wanted to go because I like the sound.
Yeah, just to see them and like wow, I used to play like Oregon Trail.
That you saw that you recorded, the one, or one of whoever you showed it was, the one chick with the hair. She was really into it. Like, she knew what the hell she was doing, and I was like, she's too young to be able to do that. Not cool. She's younger than me, and she's killing it at games that I grew up on.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So you got the consoles and you got the arcade section. The arcade section, man, like, even within the arcade section, you had a section for you run up on somebody, get the Metal Gear Solid sound effect. Right there. But what was this? Oh, so the arcade section had rhythm games. So like your DDRs, your pump it ups, even some of the more recent stuff, the ones that you basically got like the Jew beats and all that kind of stuff. Also, what else they had? They had the basketball, which again, if you saw my Instagram, you saw me like shooting the basketball joint.
You don't
they
know
had
how many times it took me to get him to do that.
Yeah, they had skee ball. What else?
Oh, you should have got me on skee ball.
Skee ball. What else? Of course, the fighting games. So like the Guilty Gears, the Third Strikes, the Tekkens.
Oh, and the pinball machine selection.
Oh yeah, pinball.
Was awesome. And what was also great about it was seeing people fumble so bad on all of those games. It was like, I'm gonna try this, and I looked at them because I did the same thing. I was like, I can't read Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese. Look at these. I don't know what it was, but I was like, I'm going to try it. I sat down and I was like, okay. I don't know what game it was that I played. I was terrible at it at first. It was kind of like a Tetris, or like it was a little dude that dug through and you had to get
oxygen. Mr. Driller.
Yes. Okay. So I was like, I don't know how to play this, but I can assume how to do it. When I got through it, I was like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, and I think it was so there were a lot of Japanese versions of games too.
And
so
it was awesome though, because I could see people doing exactly like I was doing. They were just going out on a limb, and they were really excited. But then there were also a few people that were just like, I don't like this. I'm gonna go. And I was like, oh, I hope I'm not like that.
Right. Yeah. Clearly, someone was. Look, remember we talked about earlier? Someone was drag kicking and screaming. Yeah, we could pick out who those people were real quick.
Exactly. And it was. But I'm just like, it was like a kid in a candy store, but it was like the game store, and I don't know what the games are, but I know that I can play.
Mm-hmm. And so
my mama said I can play.
There you go. And plus, of course, Captain had to get on Third Strike. on stick and got a little bit of a streak going. But I ran into a couple of monsters too. So I was like, let me go to the indie room. So I went to the indie room and ran across some pretty decent games. The first day I wasn't impressed, but then I went back the second day. And I think what I'm going to do, I actually bought one of the games on Steam, early access, and I'm going to stream it later on this week. The game called Merfight, which is pretty much, yeah, it's a fighting game with fish people. With mermaid people. Like, I saw there was a chick doing Cyclops' optic blast attack, and I was like, yo, I need to play this game. So, like I said, definitely doing that. Also, there was an RPG. I forgot what the freaking name of it was, but it's made by Something Classic. That's who made it. And it had very much a Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI vibes. I want to look that up as well. And there was one more indie game that I really liked that I wanted to spotlight.
It's got the Gaylord Hotels on it.
Oh yeah, the napkin has the Gaylord Hotels on it. Behold, optic blast. Wait till you see it here, Raj. I'll probably stream it tomorrow or Tuesday.
He was killing it in some games, seriously, and he was even attracting different people to him just playing on his Switch, possibly the merch, but also he is a rather large gentleman, so people pick him out, but. I forgot. Never mind.
No, you good. But actually, that's a good segue. I want to talk about the console section a little bit more. So they actually had a bring your own Switch section, and it's kind of like what she was saying. I brought my Switch because I knew people were going to play Mario Kart. So what happened was I sat down and played Mario Kart, and I saw like a group of 3 people playing Mario Kart as well. So it looked like they was having fun or whatever, and I was doing a little time trials or whatever. So I went over to them and was like, "Hey, y'all want to land up?" Pretty much. So in other words, like, because I don't know if y'all know how Mario Kart on the Switch works. Mr. Drunks, what's up, fam? Welcome on back. There we go. Yeah, it's been too long. I gotta get my sound effects back right. But anyway, yeah. So we should land up. So and they were like, I don't think you can really do that. But I was like, well, one of y'all can play on my Switch. So we made it happen. They were nice enough. It was a teaching moment for me about, just putting yourself out there and asking. Worst thing could happen, could say no. Matter of fact, one of the people followed me. Junie Bug actually followed me. She's a V streamer on Twitch, so definitely check her out as well.
Please, I will.
A VTuber. That's what they call it. The ones that don't show their face, but I saw her face.
Okay. Well,
yes, I saw a VTuber behind the mask, y'all. So that was kind of dope.
Well, not really, because you have to wear a mask at the.
Well, yeah. I know what you mean.
I'm sorry, I was gay.
No, you good, but no problem. But anyway, this is going on YouTube too. So, trying to think. I entered in a couple tournaments and got my ass whooped. Yay! So usually at cons and stuff like that, usually con tournaments are easy wins. Not this one. So I entered in an arcade basketball tournament, which
you did
phenomenal. Here's what's crazy. I did the best I ever did at that arcade basketball game. I got like 45 points. I never scored that high before. But some of them fools got like 60, 80. One guy scored 100 points, y'all. Like, I was just like...
on Saturday, though, wasn't it? No, it was Friday.
Yeah, it was like on Friday. I was like, you know what?
They've been there since Wednesday.
Yeah, they've been there since Wednesday. They've been playing that... They probably...
They were sweating the hell out of me on skee-ball.
They were varsity in freaking high school and shit like... But it's cool. It was fun. That's what it was about. And, got a nice little video of me shooting the ball. It was fun time. Some mug. Right. So, sorry. You good. But, so Guilty Gear. I hadn't played Guilty Gear in a while. I'm going to be playing more Guilty Gear this year.
He don't want me to be good, y'all. That's why he's playing Guilty Gear.
Well, that's the thing. She plays more XRD, more Xrd. I play Strive more. So she's pretty decent in Xrd. Like, we have fun playing that together.
Super Turbo.
Super Turbo, and apparently Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, but when we were playing on the stick, Super Turbo was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
I was sweating, y'all.
Literally,
we had one of the staff members come over and stand behind me watching, and he was like, "Did you know he was there?"
I knew there was a dude behind you.
Yeah, well, he was wearing a vest and everything.
So okay.
Yeah, so he was making noises and stuff, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Now I got pressure. But I was like, first of all, kids, don't play this man. Okay, because he can play every character. All right, if you
no, I can't. Not in Super Turbo. I'm trash at Super Turbo. You can beat me in Super Turbo.
Yeah.
First strike.
So says somebody who's not really beat him that much in Super Turbo. If you're new here and you want to like have hope and expanding on playing and stuff like that, don't play this motherfucker. because he will squash out every bit of your hope. Because as soon as you temp on anything, he'll be like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change character. And then I'm going to hit super turbo on some bullshit. I'm going to tear you down, special it out. And then you know what else I'm going to do? Pretend I don't know what I'm doing. And I can't tell you what these buttons mean. But I'll walk you through it.
Not the arcade hustler.
Oh, yes. All by all means. He's like, yeah. He's the pool hall hustler, but with the arcade games. He don't know how to play stick. I don't like stick, but he's got a stick.
That you use it, she uses it more than I do.
That's because he's already upgraded and elevated, children. Don't play him. Don't play him. And if you do, you know what? Roast every bit of the characters that he plays.
All right. So we can talk about that more a little bit later, but we still got a couple more things I wanted to go over as far as MAGFest. So the dealer room. So if you don't know what a dealer room is, this one didn't know what a dealer room was. We had to explain it to her.
I didn't know what it was. It just didn't say dealer room.
That's right. So they called it the marketplace. Yeah. And all because we had got separate.
Section, yeah.
Yeah, so she went to the bathroom, and I was like, meet me in the dealer room.
No, he pieced out on me, y'all. And I said, where are you? Because
you went to the bathroom.
I went to smoke, I think.
Yeah, I think
I did both.
Yeah.
You know what? I did both.
Yeah, so I was like, she hit me on the phone and was like, where are you? I was like, I'm in the dealer room. And I'm assuming she knew what that meant because she had been to one other con before.
Nothing that said dealer room.
Right, and there was nothing that said dealer room. So she was like,
is it this? Is it this? Is it
right.
this?
You know that one meme on TikTok, the with the microwave, the song about the microwave? Push the buttons on the door. Which door? The door to the microwave.
But all those doors, none of them said dealer room. But I knew what he meant, but I was like, but hold on, they said this, and then they said this, and I was like...
Right. And plus the door...
Follow the great wave of people that are going this direction. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because something about MAGFest, that was the only way you could get to the arcade and stuff. You had to go through the marketplace. Yeah, because, crowd control, I get it. So
checking your wristbands.
Yeah, making sure you ain't a lot. I like how they put that in like the communication. They were like, we want to be careful of lobby conners. Mm-hmm. Basically, people who just chilling out in the hotel lobby.
Yeah,
because you can like
there were a lot of them, but they didn't allow them to say that. Oh, that was awesome. Yes, yeah, so.
I didn't know that.
Yes, because there were groups of people like, yeah. Well, I mean, I sat there at that one time when I was like, because when you guys got the keys to go up, I'm sitting there just eating granola and just looking around, and you're like, I'm up at the room, and I got the thing, and I was like, oh shit, I've been down here for 27 minutes waiting on you. It was funny.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so speaking of fight sticks, that's another fun story too. So apparently, that fact she could tell it better than I can.
Oh, bless. Okay, so we were up in our room and they were playing, and I was like, you know what? I want to play XRD and I wanted to play Kinlo. And I was like, but I can't play on the pad. And so I was like, well, I'll go get the stick out of the car. And as I was walking down and going throughout, I kind of noticed how people were looking at me because, first of all, I walk and talk and preserve myself in a different manner than most people around me anyways. But definitely at a con, I stand out like, I guess, what I look like kind of now. Anywho, but I noticed people were looking at me a little bit different, and I was like, I don't care. But when I was walking back with my fight stick, first of all, I was a little bit more happier and joyful because I was like, I'm going to go kick somebody's ass. And I had my fight stick under my arm. And then people noticed me and looked at me. The same people that I had walked by before, I walked by again. And it was like the recognition of knowing that like, oh, okay, so she games. And I'm just like, if you only knew, I don't. But I'm trying to.
She definitely played the part.
Yes. And I mean, well, as soon as I saw the looks on their face, I was like, yeah, I wish you would. Come mess with me, sir. Or child. Or whatever.
Yeah. And that's something else too, like, cause I was talking with, another one of our friends that was there, and cause I was thinking, we're going to a con, I'm in my late 30s, a lot of us there, a lot of the friends that we went with were in our 30s. So I'm thinking, aren't we a little too old to like go to cons and enjoy ourselves? Never. Right. And, my friend Brandon actually helped me see that. He was like, a lot of the average age of the people there is like our age. MAGFest is kind of like the grown people's con.
Shout out to Sandcat. I'm not Sandcat. What is it? Sandlot. When will we be going to cons? Forever.
Oh, wow. Not The Sandlot.
Yes, Sandlot, forever.
I remember that movie.
You remember Yeah Yeah?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Killing me, Smalls.
Yes. Why
Yeah.
am I small? Because you're tall.
Right. Yeah. If you ever wonder where that phrase "You Kill Me, Smalls" came from, shout out to Sandlot.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, Grown People's Con, and it was pretty much just like all the adults that are like, you know, all the tech people who are like in IT and their STEM careers and all that. They got to let their hair down for one weekend, you know.
And there were a lot of young people that were just like on point with their shit because they know what they were talking about. And I did not realize how much of a music infiltrated con that was. And I heard people talk about it so much. I didn't experience it, but walking in through the part that we came through, it definitely displayed that, and I missed it. And so now next year, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I know what I'm going for.
You know what I kind of look at it as. You know how music kind of progressed, and you had like oldie stations, like back in the '90s, growing up. You know, the parents had the oldie stations they listened to, and sometimes you appreciated some of the stuff they listened to.
Right.
I think that's what's happening with gaming right now. You know, the retro gaming is like a really big deal right now. It's very popular, you know, with people our age or even like, you know.
Well, that's the thing that retro gaming itself is coming back. And that's the generational thing spins with, regardless of the age group or whatever, it's what we're talking about. Whatever that label is on it comes over. And no matter who's there to represent it or not, if they know what they're talking about, they're worth their salt. Go for it. Give it a chance. Because retro gaming, first of all, it's lasted this long, and they're still doing takes on it. There's still counterparts. What, Smash Brothers? The Duck Hunt dog is a character, which by all means, if I knew how to play that game better, he is the shit. I love it. And the ducks there? Oh my God. But give me a Sega Genesis. Go with me on Duck Hunt. Sir, I'll mow you down.
Okay.
Look, you know what? That's what we need to do.
Duck Hunt's on Sega Genesis? I didn't know that.
It was. But you know what? We have this thing right here.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to hook it up. So she's talking about. Hold on. Yeah, grab that for me. Yeah, so I got this thing at like a thrift store, like a flea market, and I don't have the right hookups for it.
Let me mow your ass down on the original games and things.
Yeah, it looks more like an NES than Sega Genesis, but I could be wrong though.
Yeah, no, it's an NES, but they also had Sega too.
Yeah, they did. Oh, the light gun game we played was so fun.
Yes. Oh, wow. I was good at that too.
I think it was called Silver Gun Radiant. Please, if anyone knows what I'm talking about.
Oh my God, I didn't record it.
Yeah, but it was kind of like Final Fantasy VII looking graphics, but it was like House of the Dead. If I find a video, I'm posting it on either YouTube or I'll probably post it on a stream or something. Yeah, Hemrock knows what I'm talking about. Oldies at V101.9 action. Shout out to V101.9.
Gotcha. And Coffee, the only reason why you got that is because I had to be a guest star. I mean, I am a guest star. I didn't have to be.
You good. So that's pretty much. Well, not all the way in, but we got a couple more. We got one more thing we want to mention. So, to help wrap the podcast up, what are some things you would tell someone if they're going to MAGFest next year? What's something they need to know?
Okay, so first of all the emails and stuff that they give you, download whatever they suggest that you download, as long as it's protected by your service that you have, because you're gonna want to know what's going on. I didn't do that this year because I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and I kind of missed out on so much. But you want to know a plan, where you're going to go, what you're going to do, and then you're going to also want to look at the map and layout of the hotel, because first of all, it's an amazing hotel. It's beautiful. It is just going to take you by surprise, and you're going to forget anything that you might have in your head. Set yourself up for a schedule. Abide by that schedule, but also know you're on vacation. If that's what it is. Now, unless you're there for working or not, I wasn't. For vacation, you're on vacation. You are allowed to relax and enjoy yourself. Please put that first and foremost. Relax and enjoy yourself. You're going to be surrounded by people that are relaxed, enjoying themselves. Bring some type of, if you're on streaming or whatever, or if you have merch or you have anything that's like that, whether you're streaming or not, any type of merch or anything that pertains to the music or gaming areas that you represent, bring that. Tag them, because they have stations for you to be able to write it down and tag it, and they recycle the boards, but they also put them up in different places once they're full, so you can get the publicity or whatever that you need to be. Bring your own food. Know that you're going to eat. I would say, I don't know how anybody else eats, but I have a high metabolism, but I would say at least 6 things that you're going to eat throughout the day, every day, for 4 days. Captain says to show up a day early. I'm stealing that one from him because I don't know what else I'm supposed to say.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But actually, yeah, I echo everything Bates said. But yeah, I'm expounding on that coming a day early because the weekend goes like that. Like, I thought 4 days was going to be enough, but it's kind of like, I wish I had one more day. And a lot of my friends, they were smart enough to come Wednesday. So by the time we got there, they were all settled in their hotels.
Or they had it. Got you.
Yeah, so yeah, they were all settled in. They had their badges and everything. And they were just chilling when we got there. Meanwhile, I'm running around like a chicken. Well, we're running around like chickens with our head cut off. We're getting there. We're trying to get into the room. And we got to get badges. And we got to...
I know this. If you bring somebody or somebody's with you, bring a good partner, somebody that can help balance you. Do not bring another person that's going to be a stress to you. Don't go by yourself unless you know you're going to meet with friends that are good people for you. Try to get into the host hotel. But it's an experience, okay? So there's going to be mistakes. That's what you're going to learn from. There's going to be mishaps. There's going to be faults. Enjoy what you have there and enjoy it because it's only going to be there like that. And it's gone.
And it's only going to come once a year. So with that being said, man, hopefully I get to see y'all next year at MAGFest. I'm going to post this on YouTube, and I'll probably be referring to it throughout the year, really. But tickets and stuff start to go on sale around the fall time. Yep, August, September, stuff like that.
He'll be talking about it then.
Yeah, but also, too, like, go support your locals. Because especially if you live in North Carolina, you have no excuse. Between all the video game tournaments. Yep, Chattanooga, if you live in the Tennessee area, Tennessee, Georgia area, or even North Carolina, we may go to that one too. But Playthrough in North Carolina's coming up, which is a small gaming convention, a couple of days. Of course, Ichiban Con, which is local to Charlotte. That's actually, I think that just ended this weekend, man. Hey, what's up to Al Nimbus, man? Welcome back, fam. But Con Carolina's in June. That's more of like a tabletop and kind of Dungeons and Dragons, that kind of stuff. But Bates is really good friends with a lot of people that run it.
Con Carolinas, I know the people at the foundation. I know from the top to bottom, and then the people that are submitted through there. And it's awesome because it's right here locally in Charlotte. At the oldest Hilton I've ever seen in my life.
Right. Yo, that Hilton done seen it all.
But it's near Boardwalk Billy's.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice establishment. But one other thing. Heroes Con, I think Heroes Con still happens. Queen City Anime Convention, Animazement in Raleigh, North Carolina. Right. And there are a couple of more. And just even kind of like what I was saying before about hobbies and stuff like that. Whatever your hobby is, there's a con for it. I was listening to someone on TikTok. Apparently, there's like a true crime convention.
Oh, shit. Another thing that I wanted to put, and I guess that would be a pro tip. Show up for the things. Show up for the things that you see. Even if you don't feel like you're a part of it. If you don't want to put on the fanfare or anything like that. Show up for the people that you support. Show up for the ideas and the establishments that you support. Because in the end, they will show up for you. Or at least you can say that you did that. There's a community out there. Wherever you are, whoever you are, there's a community out there. If you don't reach out, you'll never know. And if you reach out and there's nobody there, then maybe start that community. And that's what I do on my podcast, or my whole thing for Twitch is to be Bates_Motel 6. Self-love. Promote that stuff. You guys are important. You people. You are all important.
What do you mean, you people?
You people. Those there people. You are important. You matter. You are sufficient. You are what you are. And I love you and I'm proud of you. Your feelings matter. You're deserving of good things. And you're deserving of love. So go do that. Whatever it may be, don't question and doubt yourself. There's a community for you. And if there isn't, then start one.
All right. I mean, I ain't got nothing else, man. That's the best wrap up. I couldn't have said that better myself, man. So Yeah, thanks for coming by. Once again, like the video, sub to the channel, follow us on Twitch, and until buy some merch. There you go. And until next episode, which will probably be sometime this week actually, because Captain got some catching up to do. But until then,
we'll list the names because I gotta do research.
Yeah,
we'll
probably put those in the comments or something. But until then, you are dismissed.
I want to cut.